We are taking a beautiful walk through Baker Park, and I've got Miss Abby with me in a beautiful heel, improved a billion times since drop off. This is a strong girl who's used to pulling, using her weight to get around. As you can see now, we've got her in a beautiful heel. It's a follow, loose leash. Leash is just here for the leash laws, despite being in a new place, right? There's a dog up ahead. Beautiful heel. I feel like I could walk her for miles like this. So we'll not only be practicing her heel, we'll be practicing her stay commands, all in a new place, the park. So Baker Park is a wonderful place to work around distractions. There's a playground up ahead. And sometimes just being in a new place is enough for the dog to test the training and test the boundaries. Some people ask me, how do you keep the dogs behind you? My dog always likes to creep up and heel. I've got two moves. First is the heel tap, which is boop. At the same time my heel connects, I tap my collar. The second one is a speed change. So I'll walk fast on purpose, abruptly slow down. If she doesn't slow down with me, I press and hold, and then I repeat. Those two moves are the game changers. Get really good at those two moves. Your dog will become more concerned with staying in position rather than everything else around them and constantly pushing forward. There's a dog up ahead. Puppy dog right there. She sees it, but she stays in heel. A little look here and there, she comes right back to heel. That's my girl. Good girl. Sit. Wow, good girl, Abs. Stay. Very difficult for her. Down. What a good girl. So I have not clicked the remote at all because she's listening. Give her about 1 Mississippi to listen. If she doesn't listen to what you've just asked, you can click your remote. Stay command away from people is by far one of her biggest challenges. She wants to be close to you at all times. It's very endearing, but it's also not realistic for living with your dog in everyday life unless you are going to be planning on being glued to them 24/7. But having a stay command away from you is necessary, especially if she needs to be left alone for any reason, or even if you just want to put her in a stay, come over here, pick up her poop. It's so practical for everyday life. So one of the things that her owners are going to be practicing at home is putting her in a stay and practice creating distance, because it is so good for her to continue practicing. Good girl. No. Click my remote. Stay. These are all amazing reps, because the more she makes the mistake, gets corrected, put back, the less the mistake happens. And then before you know it, the mistake hasn't happened in the last time you can remember. So after a correction and the repeat of the command, we always repeat the same trigger because we want to show her what it's like to be successful. So this was the trigger before, was walking by her. Good girl. Now this time she gets no correction, she also gets praise. She sees a person, testing out that impulse control. I'm giving her some trust here. Good. She sees the person. She wants to go up to them, no doubt. She looks back at me and receives praise. What a good girl. I'm going to try something really hard for her. We're going to try the double down. To get her in a double down, I'm going to say the command, and then we're going to go low pressure to get her chin down on the ground. Okay? See the panting, the nervous energy? This really is going to help with her state of mind. Down. No click on the collar because she did it. Good. All right, she can only do it for a second right now, but we'll build her tolerance. So now I'm going to go on low on the remote. She brings her chin down. I release it. Good. Okay, this will be the practice at home. Okay, because it works. This is where the magic is. If you want to rehab an anxious dog, is practice doing this. Her mind is going down in anxiety, up in calmness. Okay, and being able to do this anywhere is the medicine for her. Waiting room at the vet, car, inside on the place bed, right? Good girl. And it brings her down again, and I release. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's try a recall. Stay, and give her a little reminder here. Okay, to recall her, I'm gonna tap my tone and say come, and then I'm gonna tell her to sit as soon as she gets to me. Come, good girl, sit. Beautiful job. And then we can go right into a heel. Heel. And notice I don't even have my leash. I'm not telling you to do that, but it just goes to show how much of this training is on the e-collar and not dependent on the leash. With her, in a public outdoor place at home with her owners, definitely hold the leash. She has a history of being reactive to dogs, getting in a fight with dogs. So the leash is definitely a necessity. Good girl.